Hello, folks of YouTube and SL. Welcome to Danganronpa. If you're watching this on YouTube and want to come join us live, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. It might be that time for you right now. Come on by the stream. We're probably playing Danganronpa if you're watching this quickly. So come on by, join us live. So, the trial. We're here. Chihiro is fallen. The game is pointing fingers aggressively at Toko right now. We don't know if that's the case. Remember last week, if I edit this in a future edited video, flashback to, I won't do that, but imagine I edited this and I flashback to last week, or last time I played, where I suggested that Toko was not actually Genocide Jack, but was being fed that because she's very susceptible to like twisted perceptions, delusions, paranoia, that kind of stuff. So I don't know what, exactly what she's going through, obviously, but something clearly. And it's possible that she's Genocide Jack. Let me leave it at that, and that's it. I think it's also possible that someone's feeding her that and she's become convinced of that. And that they want to sort of, Now, I don't know who would do that. I don't think there's many among this crew who would be capable of that. So, I'm a little nervous, because we haven't finished Celeste's, Celeste came to mind. And of like, who could like, psychologically program somebody and get away with it? Like, Celeste probably. Like, I have, again, threat level radar right now, Celeste is way at the top. Again, she's not going to move early, but she is the one I'm the most scared of in terms of like ability to make a clean kill. Celeste 100%. Kyoko, maybe, but that's only if she's the Joker, and I don't have her down as the Joker right now. Celeste isn't necessarily going to be the ultimate killer, but she very well could be. Byakuya is too loud about it. People know he's capable, but I don't think he's the top killer. Everybody else, I'm not really that scared of, honestly. Sakura and Mondo are too straight up about everything. Like they could kill somebody, but it wouldn't be like a complicated oh my god, what the hell happened kind of situation. I don't think. Hiro is on the sus list if he's fronting. If Hiro is playing a very long con, he could get away with a lot. So we got to keep our eyes on Hiro a little bit, but otherwise. Hina, again, it would have to be a very long con for Hina, so I don't really buy it with her. Who else do we have left? Taka. Taka's too straight up. I don't buy him being complicated with a kill. Unless he could get he could definitely kill somebody. He could be filled with the fury of justice and kill somebody, but I don't think he'd be complicated. Who else is even around? Ifumi, no. Yep, that's it. Alright, that's it. Shrug. Okay, that's what we got. With that in mind, like I said on the stream before the video started, I have some trepidation over where we're going with Chihiro. There were some ominous statements last week about some stuff, and I have some nerves about how they're going to handle it. It could be fine. It could be I know this game is full of nuclear discourse on the internet, and I don't know if we're about to run into one of those discourse moments. We're not going to do a lot of discoursing, because, I'm not equipped right now to, live discourse about something that I'm just playing live, but we'll do our best. And, of course, skip past any parts that are a little rough. So, with the long preamble out of the way, thanks for being here. That's the recap. Let's do it. Is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind? Are you missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
Huh?
And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? Hold on a second. Actually, gotta fix my my screen cap setup real quick. Important for the thumbnail action. Okay, great. It works. She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like you said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle on the elevator. Let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? I just want to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. No one had any problems with her. So why'd she have to die? Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is among us. That's not what they said. Is one of us. Someone's standing right here. It was Toko. It was not Toko. So true. Tonight's tea is mint, by the way. Something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think Mir Shock's enough to explain it. Again, mild sus on Celeste for this one. I don't think it's likely she moved early, though. I guess then it wasn't much help at all on this one. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. Facts and logic.
Hey, come on.
Toko, man, what's got her so worked up? I'm telling you, this is fake. We have to do this.
It's true.
Yeah, I didn't click on the door. Click on Hifumi. What the heck? Give a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, they walked through the elevator on shaky legs. Oops. Each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as he went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorate. Isn't it so fresh? So exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very
Good, good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
well.
Now let's get the show on the road.
Thrills,
Please.
chills, kills.
Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. I do want to save the data. Oh, I should just do this next time, by the way. Oh. This song is so good. So good. All right. Oh, let's set skills real quick before I forget. All right. Increases damage when a statement is destroyed during bullet time. Okay. Oh, I see. So cheat code and algorithm are built from Chihiro. The time limit doesn't decrease during the non-stop debate, even if you shoot a statement with a silencer. What? Increases the speed of memorizing a statement during non-stop debate. Okay. Sure. We got plenty of SP, so I may as well, right? Got a lot of bullets. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Class trial. All right, so let's do it. How's audio balance, by the
with
way?
a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
Okay.
And the one that
I'm
deceived
sure the OST wasn't
everyone
too low
else
on this
will
one, but
graduate.
as long as this is fine, that's fine.
Okay, then.
Oh, we were gonna switch audio tracks.
So, first
I
off,
totally forgot. Oh, can we still do it now? I doubt it. Let me see. We'll do it in the next one, I guess. Or in between, maybe. How do we change audio tracks? Here, we can try it, I guess. Let's see. Nice one. Okay. See if I can find out where to find it now. I don't even know where to do it. Yeah, we'll just keep going. All right, next time.
Let's talk about the murder weapon!
Launcher. Okay. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. All right, here we go. Make your arguments. Case file, lamp, and dumbbell. All right, this one should be pretty easy.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file.
Wait, what are the controls again? Okay, LB.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Wait, I forgot all the buttons. Sorry, I'm also using a different controller this time. Yeah, fire, truth bullet. Concentrate with RB. Okay.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Do you now?
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
It certainly would.
Poor Chihiro.
Oops. Okay.
Chihiro's. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
What?
Shoot!
Chihiro's.
Oh no. Wait. Hold on. All right.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file.
Oh, contradiction. Right. Sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. I was like, huh?
What kind of blunt instrument could it have? I bet it was an iron pipe.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Shout out Kyoko. Thank you.
You looked at her head wound?
Did you not?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Y'all, come on now.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here.
This is a
Let's
murder
move
trial.
on to discussion of the culprit.
We're trying to not die here.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is
Okay,
already
the
quite
early accused from Byakuya. That's very sus.
What? For real?
For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Okay. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. They just flipped it? The fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack? Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Okay, for this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if you hit these lines, so think of those obstacles in your debates. But you can keep this from getting in your way. Push the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark instead, the time limit will decrease. Okay. Not on gentle. Good luck, have fun. Alright.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm...
But that's impossible!
Okay.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Okay, sure.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
I'm sure of it.
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But That's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
This is fun.
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Let's go.
No, what's wrong?
This is very mini-gamey. I didn't realize how mini-gamey this is going to get. Very, very mini-game.
Might know one reason he could be involved.
Like, I thought it was going to be like, I was like, oh, this is weird. Like, a lot of mechanics for a system that doesn't seem very gamey. No, this is very gamey now. This is wild. And I will say very effective design-wise, too. I was like, why are we doing this at first? I didn't understand last time. This is stressful. It's like, this is disrupting my ability to think straight. We're looking for, you know, logical statements, contradictions to statements, logical flow. And interrupting that, because it wouldn't be that hard if you could sit down and calmly think about it, but there's no way to stop this unless you fully pause, and when you're paused, you can't see the screen. So you do have to think live, which is really cool.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it?
Yes.
What was something like that doing in the library?
You're right. That is kind of weird as shit.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the
Let's not think
specifics
about
of
that too hard.
every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Moving forward.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case which the world at large doesn't know. How the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case,
Credibility goes
the
up.
killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
According to Byakuya.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
Why don't you tell them the code?
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of
Among Us? Yes.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Okay. Sus. Hard accuse.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
It could be this simple, right? It could be this simple. I said that yesterday, or Tuesday, whenever this was. It could be this simple. I don't think it is, but it could be, and we should keep in mind that it might be this simple.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
True.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It does seem like a riddle in a way, but I feel like I can just about see it. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does this mean? Dissociative identity disorder. Bullet. Hangman's Gambit. Oh, okay. What? Oh god, I forgot to do this. Okay, Y button. Three guesses? No, we're just gonna run it down. We gotta just run it down, right? Is this one like is this very not obvious? Hold on, I can do it. Hold on. Oh, no, I got it, I think. That's not great. Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, it's also wrong. I think I saw a Z. Was there a Z in the on the screen? Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah. Yeah. No, not good. What 2011? Shaking my head. Okay, I think we got it. Yep. All right. Gonna move on. Yeah. Very fair. Look, I don't know the Japanese was here. Very fair.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
I'm curious. I wonder if they were like capped on letters or something. DID. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. Or even just the word split would have been better. I don't know.
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
We don't know that. Like, that's not... You're not a psychologist. You don't know that. It could be likely, but... There's a behavior. Her behavior changed. And it could, yeah. Could is a thing, for sure.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yep.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine. Whoa, was that body? Are you dead? Yeah. Yep, the world is a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's probably a localization problem.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
True.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
That's one of the funniest objections I've heard in my life. What are you talking about? Like, obviously Toko's not okay. We've known that from minute one. That's one of the funniest ways you could possibly tell somebody off, though. That's very funny. Please do not assign adjectives to my tone without permission. What do you mean
Not to
by this?
mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
So this is where I think there's gonna be a wrinkle. Because they played that very obviously. She kept saying, I won't let Jack have control. Yep. That's very obvious. This could be it.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Oh my god, that was a night ago in the game? Holy cow.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh, that's not what you say when you're on the stand.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Man.
Besides, You broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
So now I think the finger of suspicion is pointing back at Byakuya. He's really hamming this up. And the killing was not 100% correct. Position was right. There were no scissors though. And Byakuya probably would have noticed a detail like that. Also, game-wise, it'd be way more interesting if Genocide Jack were just at play for longer and Toko didn't get killed in the execution here.
But in spite of that promise...
This is like a Byakuya play, I think. That's what I'm feeling more confidently. This could very well be a Byakuya play. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise,
All the way fulls.
you would go out with me.
Not yet. Oh, this was a reveal, actually.
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing.
I'm suspicion. Suspicion. We know he's sus in general, but I think right now he's like going in for the kill with a very obvious, partially true, I think, planned. I think Toko is Genocide Jack. I don't think Genocide Jack killed Chihiro though.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I think she's convinced she killed Chihiro, but didn't.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Yo, what? Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second... This game is so unhinged.
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Oh my god. Here, can we take a quick save, actually? I actually really want to see the Japanese on this also, so we're gonna go back to this after the trial. How about that? Because I do YouTube, but I'm scared of opening Danganronpa videos on YouTube.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
He just explained it.
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
These sprites.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little light.
I don't know what to say. We're just gonna let this unfold.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is I feel like we're like a little loud on the background real quick. This is beyond insane. This is too low now. Why is there no midpoint between these two things? Is that too low? I feel like it's too low.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Oh, okay.
Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true!
How dare
you try to link me to that creepazoid. And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
What's there to say,
It's
right?
a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Oh, is it? Oh my goodness, this is Chie's voice actress. Incredible.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
I don't think so.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
What's the motive? Oh, just keeping Genocide Jack a secret? Sure.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours,
Yeah, the laugh.
an embarrassing
Yeah.
memory
No, you're
or
right.
secret would be
I wasn't on
revealed.
English much for P4.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
This is where I think this is going. Right? This is what I've been saying. It's way more interesting if Toko lives here.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Except the other person who knows.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. Hello, AT, you're here just in time. What she said. I need to get some more details about all this. Oh, yeah. This song is so good. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
The song is so good. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
Oh, there's still more. Oh, okay, rip.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
We live.
Give it up. You killed her.
Oh, it is? What the heck?
Sorry, but I...
You say that, but
Perhaps if you had an
Oh, an alibi.
when you compare your
I think this is it.
Operandi matches completely.
It does not. There were no scissors. Great.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this
Exactly.
one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Really hamming it up.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce,
Yeah, I can hear Chihiro, yeah.
everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The fatal injury.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Several, actually.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
I'm weirded out because how would Byakuya not notice that?
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
Oh man, this
and
is
there's
so good.
more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
So true. She's right about that.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Oh. Oh, yeah. The scissors as well.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Always impaled.
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
I can't believe they're still doing the tongue thing just the whole time.
And you know what else?
No, what?
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac, that's hilarious.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Yeah.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Okay. There's a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack case victims and Chihiro didn't fit it? I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro.
I got it!
She's gonna blaze on past
Is
the
it
one over there.
because Chihiro was a girl?
So I didn't want to draw this conclusion earlier because the page, we only saw 2 pages. We saw 3 victims and there were way more than 3 victims. All 3 of those victims were dudes in the picture. We didn't know the whole thing though. So this is a confirmation of a pattern we could have drawn, but
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
yeah. There were definitely like male pronouns all over the page at the very least. We had his top right, his no, his in the bottom left, but oh, more names. Oh right, okay. Forgot those. Oh yes, this is something that I wasn't confident about, but yeah. Komatsu Notaro, Takumi Gono, Uchida Naohia, Takeshi Masamue, Yuta Yumejima, Nomentue.
They were all guys?
Okay, this is the part where I ready. Nobody be. Let's pray for good writing.
That's right! The people I kill with such
Please.
passion and conviction are all
Please.
adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it!
Oh my god.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles?
Yep.
Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I
Get
would
him.
never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
And it'd be way more weird if she lived through this. I'm so convinced of that now, the writing-wise. Oh, This game is gonna... I didn't... Man. I really didn't see that coming. But if that's where this is going, oh my god. This is a wild game.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
So true. If we get to hang out with Toko at some point, we're giving her the scissors. We have 2 pairs of scissors.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Nope.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors.
So true.
I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
God.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can you gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Nobody but the police and Byakuya.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
The police and Byakuya. Actually, hold on, there is one person who could have copied Genocide Jack cases.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Yep.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government
Bingo.
documents or internal police records. Plus, you already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
Yeah, the PSP killed it for VNs.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
I didn't say he did it. I said that he could have done it.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard
Because
was
he's a sussy little imposter.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
There's a lot more going on here yet. We're not through the woods yet.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well,
You
Byakuya,
okay?
what's your
Is she
response?
gonna be okay?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on
So
me.
now I'm sus.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Literally minute 1.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yep. Self-report. I said it when it happened. The locker rooms are suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
I'm not saying it's because you wanted to go to the girls first. I'm saying it's because you wanted to go to the locker rooms immediately.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction of what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. Oh god. Yeah, absolutely. Was it a it's the flashback thing now? Truth flashback. Oh god. Okay. I don't want to. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the Y button, you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? You'll have to use your keen wits, won't you? Okay? In this case, though, we need to flashback. Alright, good luck, have fun. Here we go. Make your arguments. Alright, yep, we're not using that. That's for dang sure.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Okay.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room, that's a natural reaction.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a... So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
There were like only 2 statements. Where?
So, you
Okay.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
So flop behold for flashback?
So of course I would suggest we check.
There was no
Okay,
time.
weird.
What's so strange? I wish you'd
Okay.
taken me with you.
I don't know what we're... What the heck?
So,
Can we use it on the same
Byakuya
statements?
was acting...
If you're presented
Alright.
with the opportunity to check, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room. There was no time for. What's so strange?
The victim was Chihiro.
So, you said Byakuya was
I'm
acting
very
kind of
confused
weird
right
before
now.
we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro. So of course I would suggest we check the. There was no time for. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I'm gonna fire it on this
So,
the same
you
sentence.
said
We're gonna see what
But
happens.
he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd
Yeah.
taken me with you.
Because the victim was Chihiro is the thing.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Oh, I overthought it. We didn't know it was Chihiro. Wait, I'm so lost in the sauce on this. I'm so nervous about how they're going to do the writing around Chihiro. It's... Sorry.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before... But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
Sorry.
No, that's wrong.
Like 2 minutes.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Objection. You sussy imposter.
Because up
You
until we
sussy
actually
baka.
discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Oh, I'm sorry. The body was in lights. Nobody said that yet.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
What do you mean?
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
Must there?
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Yep. I mean, the extension cord is the big one. Comes to mind. Bingo! The lamp is here, folks.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong.
Wrong. Actually.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't ready for that. Makoto hitting me with the actually really killed me. Actually.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Fascinating.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
He was like very religiously guarding the archives where the extension cord was kept. And then it's gone.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yes. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right?
Hold
Byakuya's
on.
the killer.
Hold on, Mondo.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Okay.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this
Now,
to win.
if we can think this one through a little bit, it would also be interesting if Byakuya lived through this.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Reach out to the truth.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Uh-oh, hero. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sweating a little bit, are we?
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
Is Byakuya just pissed enough right now to be willing to go down with the ship?
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that right now? Just now something's not right. Wait, hold on. Byakuya's... Yeah, I think the scene of the crime. Because he couldn't have gotten into the girl's locker room without borrowing one of the books, right? Yeah.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Wait. Oh, it is. Wow. I was like, who? Oh, from my brain. Who? Oh, from Bravely Default. Oh, it totally is. Yeah. Yep.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is
Very, like,
absolutely
nice
no
dude
question
voice.
about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
It could have been... I mean, there was the stain and the move poster.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Uh-oh.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? Oh, yeah. When the story suddenly moved from the crime scene, Byakuya had been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Wait. Okay, so that would kill Byakuya. Like, if we guessed him incorrectly, he would die. So I want to make sure of that.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Okay. Yep.
I got it!
Locker and posters for sure.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Rant Sona Sprite.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Yeah?
But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
The surprise sprites are really good. You feel me? Just like for the next 20 minutes.
a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
I mean, like, it could. Gotta get your... Maybe they're ripped. You gotta get your fitness inspiration somewhere.
So you're saying that
The fact
maybe
that there
the
was blood,
posters
though,
were switched?
makes this look pretty bad.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, I thought that it was scrubbed away. It was moved. Oh.
Shoot!
You have possibly been more wrong. I'm so sorry. My bad. My bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have... Sorry.
I got it!
Fired too fast.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed
How
away.
did they move the machines, though? Wasn't the carpet underneath the machines? Dude, how'd you move the weight rack? What the heck? That's the whole, like, machine. The whole weight rack, whatever the thing, lifting rack thing. What the heck?
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Trigger happy? True.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access
Leon's
to
was the one that was
locker
out
room.
though, right?
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Yeah, I mean, there's the thing. Yep, broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could
The
Chihiro
song
really
is so
have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Yeah.
Huh? What thing?
I'm
you
talking
said
about
that.
Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Yeah, if she did use it, yeah, it was broken.
Is it really possible?
Okay.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys?
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thing.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Bonk.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against
No,
using someone
there
else's
isn't.
handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I
Hack
said.
proof, I believe.
She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Hold up. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the one who did it. Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
It's very... it's one of the first times we've seen Monokuma just like played like this. Wait, what the heck? Wait, this is very... Wait, hold on. That's fairly notable, actually. And it helps my Kyoko theory, by the way, that she's like infiltrated the game.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Hold on, the gears are turning. Don't like that. Don't like that. Oh, I don't like where we're headed, folks. Oh, please, writers, please. Writers, and also perhaps importantly as well in this case, localizers. Please. Want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully.
No, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no! It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just look.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Genocide Jill is still around?
Okay, here I go.
Like, it hadn't occurred to me yet the possibility that Toko doesn't come back at all. I'm sure it'll happen. It would be like way funnier if we just had a completely unhinged Genocide Jill for the rest of her time alive.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will
Yes,
solve
yes,
this
yes,
particular
yes.
mystery.
Not... Like I said, let us... Man.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is...
Yes.
What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Ah, I see. So...
You're joking, right?
Okay.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Okay, let's see how
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser?
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom
now the
and
question
get back
remains.
to the trial.
Was it Byakuya still?
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
Many asterisks
pick up
involved
from
here.
there.
We do not have the full story.
Yes, well,
We do not have the full
I don't know
story
his
here.
reason for hiding it, but the fact is,
Okay.
Chihiro was
mean,
not a girl, but a boy.
I mean, let's not, let's hold up there, Kyoko. I know it's 2011, but let's hold up there. Oh, are they? Unless the death bumped Chihiro to the bottom. Yes, okay.
And because the victim was male, he would have had
Yes,
no
I mean,
problem
again,
gaining
we
access to
got
the boys'
just
locker room.
Asterisk, because we don't know Chihiro's. What's going on with Chihiro?
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
And we have this question now, too.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and
Yeah,
was
no
then
worries.
later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little...
This
Yes.
is the most titillating situation.
So now
Yes,
everything has been connected. All the
Have they?
mysteries have finally
Have they,
become
Byakuya?
clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear
Yes,
or
correct.
whatever.
We're back to square one here.
We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
I'm trying. The wheels are turning here again. I'm trying to figure out what the deal is. Because the problem, like, if it was, I don't know.
He's off in his own little world.
Because the problem is the genocide. Like, we could open up to more people if we could, you know, get through the genocide Jack knowledge thing. Because that's like such a core part of
What
this.
about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Okay, this is a fair option. If he's an accomplice, that's interesting. Question is, who did it?
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Yeah, it's called the dialectic.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him
Just
to the
for
murder.
fun. If Byakuya did that just for the hell of it, that'd be wild.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time
This
being.
guy.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Wait, no, Byakuya, that's bad for you though. Because if you get genocide Jack convicted,
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
same.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Byakuya Togami does not swear on this Christian Minecraft server.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Now, here, Byakuya, you pointed one finger out, but 3 fingers at yourself. Case closed.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear.
Uh-oh, that's number 2, bud. That's number 2, hero. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is somebody being a sussy baka?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong...
Because again, if the murder
we
happened in the
all
boys'
die
locker
here.
room, and Leon's handbook is broken, one of the dudes did it, narrows the cooldown. If Byakuya didn't do it, because it's... He'd be brazen. I don't know, it's a little brazen though. And I'm willing to buy that he did it for some stupid, like, move the body for some stupid reason. That possibility's been raised now, that there could have been an accomplice. What were the accomplice rules from part 1? I'm trying to remember now. Are they in the handbook? They alone. So is that means no accomplice is fine, right?
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Kinda.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? One thing we can know, the one thing we should know about the killer. The killer's a guy. Okay. There can be one it's only one accomplice, right? Was that the rules? Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you needed a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to have used their own. In other words, it would have to have been a guy. But that's not enough. I need to find some more clues. Make your argument.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Oh, any number? Okay.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yes.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No,
Oh, sorry. We didn't go through once. I'm sorry. Maybe that wasn't what it was.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Okay. The genocide Jack and Jill was gender neutral, apparently. Genocide seal.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Do we? Oh, Mondo's sweating.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for it.
Blue? In both cases?
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on
White
two
duffel
pieces
bag?
of evidence that we don't have?
Hello, Shrew. You're here just in time for the questionable pronouns trial. But otherwise, a fascinating trial.
What?
And also,
you want to track down some
Jill.
fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Kyoko would.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
I only use designer bags, Celeste says. Yes, exactly. Somehow it's hard to believe. All right, here we go. Still not the BTB yet.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
It was blue?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer
Yeah,
to
exactly.
figuring
Like, this
out
could be
who
something
the
we get
culprit
character
is?
development through, or get more clarity on.
Not a chance.
But the character is dead.
You heard him,
So
right?
we don't
What he
know
just said without
their
even
deal.
realizing it?
Wait, oh my god, sorry, I was...
First of all, he was on his way, so next thing, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched
Okay.
the one.
So, the killer was wearing this my tracksuit. I don't even have a tracksuit.
Cause exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Yeah, agreed.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
Did Celeste say blue earlier? Let's see. Yeah. No one said blue yet. Nobody said blue yet.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was
All
headed.
right.
He was on his way,
We're
so
blasting.
next thing, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one.
So, the killer was wearing
The same blue tracksuit.
See ya. Mondo. How dare you, Mondo?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just
Oh
say?
no. But they were so close. Oh.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Not Mondo cool. I saw him stuffing a backpack and duffel bag, and then I assumed they headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was...
Ooh, the slip. Mondo.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm
sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Taka trying to cover.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Yep. Caught out things before we spoke.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the
It's
tracksuit
so
was.
funny she's still here.
It's if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
And then she has scissor sprays. It's so funny.
Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
I can't get over this.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
Stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry, like they were trying to hide it. Like that, they were gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I
Oh,
had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so
Sus?
suspicious?
That's a good question.
because I hate him.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to
Fun
men
fact.
and women differently.
Oh, he did do that.
You only call guys dude. For
I wasn't sure
girls,
about that.
it's
Okay,
chick.
I wasn't sure if that was consistent. I did notice that. I wasn't sure if it was consistent or not, though. Interesting.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
She quietly smirks at you if you guess it right. Very funny.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a
I
tiny
mean,
detail?
I did notice. I just didn't comment on it. I didn't think it was consistent.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
She turned me into a newt.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
So true.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting
Bullet
words in my mouth.
time battle.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Does Kyoko weigh the same as a duck? Yep. According to this game's weight
would
chart,
never
yeah.
do something like that. This is a false
Oh,
accusation.
Taka.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
Yeah, I agree.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Yeah, did you actually kill them? It's like, dude, there's everybody's got murder motive right now.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly,
Oh my god.
it
Hifumi.
might not be all that relevant.
Oh really, Mondo? No, cool. Incredible.
Jeez,
It's true.
does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist,
It is
then...
seeing the shining belief in human decency is you know, an optimistic part of the game.
Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to
I
Chihiro.
got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Yep.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
And this one's kind of shocking because, you know, they were ostensibly very close.
I was totally sure I'd found it.
I'm very close, but like of people who were close, they were one of the people, two of the people who I think were closer.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
After that whole dining hall discussion, I had them down as being closer.
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
How would you break it?
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
That's true.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Only one possible explanation. Hitting its weak point for massive damage? Exploiting a bug? Or by hacking it? Handbook machine broke. Understandable. Have a nice day. I have no idea, actually.
A gun! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Understandable. Have a very nice day.
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
I can't get over Monokuma, to be honest with you. The fact that Monokuma can be, like, sad is incredible.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin,
Oh yeah, no way we thought about that. Yeah.
definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Oh my god, Taka.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Hello, Bloom. Oh, we're in some territory right now.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
We're gonna discuss the situation afterward. It's true. It's true. She's ready to kill. Not now, but in general. Which is wild, because, I mean, she's gonna be around for after this.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Oh, Shenanigans is putting it nicely. But, yeah, I'll figure it out.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Oh, interesting. It's like the reverse of the thing where, like, if you light alcohol on fire and then touch it, you can, like, and it burns because there's the liquid layer. That's I guess like a liquid layer, but same sort of principle.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I didn't say it would be safe. I said that's a thing, right? I don't even remember. I'm not even confident. That is a thing, right?
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Except there were two people who did a 8-hour sauna challenge, and one of them was Mondo, who wore his clothes the whole time.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Really, it could only have been one person.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
Very insistent on not disrobing.
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
I'm thinking about the size of the handbook now. I was imagining it as like an iPad. Maybe it's not an iPad. Maybe it's just like a cell phone size. Maybe it's
and when it was all
large
over,
phone size.
Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Kindle size? Yeah, makes sense. Yep. Yeah, regrettably, yeah.
You've got it all wrong.
Regrettably,
He would never kill.
Taka, I regret to inform you.
I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I have a max health, yeah. Yeah, and that's what this is. For what this is not a note. This is the Ultra, which is I think the new note. There's a pen, so like, what's a good point of comparison? This is a Sony PS4 controller. This is my phone. It's very large. This, yeah, it could be this size, or like maybe this, like a little wider. Yeah. But I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Did we? That's good. Oh my god! Okay, this is our contradiction here. Monokuma claims it's very unlikely Leon's handbook would have been broken, so that means that was Mondo's in the main hall.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does it?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after
It's
all.
extremely funny when Jill was talking. Ooh. You get some like people just like, oh, that's true. That's something like, okay. I'm not sure exactly where the
Let's
fire
test
ring.
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just
See ya.
fine.
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
The timer at the top is yes. Is the thing. Great question. I don't know. I'm trying to decide feel about it. I do kind of like the minigame.
Is it really yours?
Like, the fact that it's chaotic and looping makes it very disorienting. So, like, thinking through the actual logic of the bullets is very difficult, which is kind of fun. Interesting with Kyoko commenting on her own comment. Yeah, which is, I think, not inherently interesting, but I think ends up playing interestingly so far. It's not, like, particularly deep, but it's pretty cool.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Oh, that hurts my brain. Danganronpa is Phoenix Eternity active time battle? Is that what you're saying? Is this ATB Phoenix, right? That hurts my head. That hurts my head. This is ATB Phoenix, right? I hate this. That's true though. That is true. But, oh, okay.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
All votes point to yes. All right. And thus, active time battle systems were summarily executed by Monokuma. We are freed from ATB forever. No more ATB. You will either make a turn-based game or a real-time game. You will not make a game in between. No, never shall ye attempt to make these weird games against Square Enix. Please, for the love of God, just make a turn-based game.
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Chrono Trigger can stay. Good ATB system.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student.
Oh my god.
But if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
Also, like, yeah, you can't lend out. Doesn't matter. Like, oh, we'll punish Leon. Oh, wait.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
And so now we end up in a situation where we could, at some point, have a case where we have to reveal everybody's hand. We have to check the names on their handbook to make sure they didn't steal a dead person's.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
Fetch the baseballs again. No, not the baseballs
I'm
again.
happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Where's the Jonathan Frakes wrong? Not true. Mate, we made it all up. You know that video? Yeah, this one.
No, not this time. We created it.
You know this one?
Not this time. No,
this one.
Not this time. It's totally pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction.
I can't mute the game.
We made this one.
Can you hear it though?
It's a total fabrication.
Total fabrication.
It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer.
This one was invented by a writer. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Shrew. Yes. Just leave that in loop in the background.
Not this time. It never happened. It's false. It never happened. It's a fake.
It's a fake. Is it based? Yes.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case
Oh,
one
I
more
don't
time
want to.
from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay. I need to stand up first. My legs hurt. 1 second. I could loop the video, I guess. Here, I'll loop the video.
It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened. No way. We got you. Not a chance. Not this time. It never happened.
Be right back.
It never happened. We made this one. Total fabrication.
Total fabrication.
It never happened.
I think that's my favorite one. It's a total fabrication. All right. Okay, climb. Whoa. Oh, begin. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, God. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Okay. Okay, here we go. Act 1. All right, for 10 minutes. All right. Chihiro in the warehouse with Celeste. Celeste goes, hey, what's up? And Chihiro's like, haha. This is duffel bag? Chihiro's like, you didn't see anything? Bye. The gray person is back. Celeste's got the red shoes. What the heck? Look at the coordination. All right. What else do we got here? Linking one of these and scan in. Yes. And then you have Chihiro's in. Mysterious Gray Killer is in. Bludgeoned. Okay. So this is... Oh, it does? Oh, huge. Oh, that's exciting. But the dumbbell wasn't bloody yet, though. That's Byakuya. Yeah, for sure, for sure. They're there standing up behind, right? What? This again. Huh. Oh, good point, good point, good point. Blood on the poster, probably? Let's double check, I guess. Yep. Okay, blood on the poster. I could call. Fair. Alright. Oh no, what have I done? Clean up the crime scene. Carpet or something else. That would be poster. Locker room to the girls' locker room. Poster put back up. Okay, locker room swapped. Act 4, Byakuya goes and then what is, I'm so curious to hear his rationale. Okay, yep, we have the murdering happening. Not the murdering, the incorporating. Hero's crystal ball? This is the bloodlust. And then, yep, to the sauna we go, establishing shots. And then, handbook over. Is that all sensible? Okay. Yep. Chihiro spotted with duffel bag. They leave. Celeste goes, that was weird, see ya. They appear, enter the boys' locker room. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, no, there's like not serifs really, but like there's like tapers to it. Very impressive. This all tracks so far. I think that's pretty obvious. So Chihiro goes, oh, nervous, but I'm here. Dropping off the bag. Says something. Standing behind them is the Grey Demon. Because they weren't lifting. I mean, only one that makes sense, because this can't be bloody yet, is the thing, right? So maybe the Grey Demon is lifting, and then comes up behind them, bonk, for yet unknown reasons. But there was trust there. And then this all happens. Grey Demon cleans up, takes down the poster, switches locker rooms, gets in with something. Maybe Junko's? Okay, puts the poster back up. Right, this was putting the poster back up? Yeah. Tired, leaves. Byakuya comes in and goes, heh heh heh. And then Junko's side goes, yeah. And then Cable, wrap up, Bloodlust, Act 5, Sauna, throw that away. Okay.
Here's exactly what happened.
All right.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
So true. I'm very curious, actually.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit.
It's a new
You can
video. I said to
confirm
post
this,
on
right,
YouTube. That's his
Celeste?
reaction. I'm gonna hit them with so much facts and logic. Wait, no?
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out.
I don't know what happens if you fail
even
these yet.
though
We
it was
got the first one first try.
officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim? who was
Yeah. What? Okay. Fascinating. Okay, so let's all watch it. Okay, interesting. That seemed very clear to me. Oh, come on. Okay.
Here's exactly what happened.
The crystal ball, finally. Okay. Oh, it resumes too. That's cool.
With bag in hand,
Yep.
she made her way to the
Yeah. I'm sorry? Is it this one? Yes. They're long story. We'll get to it after. It is a. This has been a case. Maybe this is it then? What else could it be? Oh, now I'm nervous. Okay.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yes.
With
Yes,
bag
I mean,
in
Chihiro
hand,
entered the boys' locker room.
Chihiro headed out.
Is sort of the facts of the case
She
right
made
now.
her way to the locker room. But how could the
Yes.
victim?
Okay.
Simple.
Yes,
Which is why he was able to use his own
Okay.
handbook to gain entrance to the boys'
As
locker
ever,
room.
asterisks, we don't know Chihiro's deal. We don't know what's up. We don't know what's going on. Chihiro's not alive right now.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Yes. Okay.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We'll get to it after. Maybe we'll get a thing. Maybe we'll get a missive from Chihiro. Maybe there's information. Who knows? Right now, it's not looking right. But hey, we'll figure it out.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Back to the beginning of the trial. I would love to not actually.
It was likely in the heat of the moment.
But
The
why?
body was
What
arranged,
happened?
but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary
True, yeah.
to get
The
into
motive.
the locker room, of course.
I know. I'm sorry. You're right. I should be stronger on the checks notes murdering people front, I guess.
But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without
Yep.
much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room. in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
I'm so curious to find out what this dude has to say. Because all this does is point to the wrong killer.
Then,
was it just to flush Toko out?
Blood,
that's insane.
He left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
But why? That's bad for him.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy
Unless
the last piece of
Byakuya
evidence,
thought it was Toko?
Chihiro's handbook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Byakuya cares about anybody else living, but like he wouldn't want himself to die. If we got the wrong killer, then he dies, and he wouldn't want that.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Very true. If there's one thing I think I can trust so far, well, there's several things we can trust, but one of the things we can trust, I think, is that Byakuya is unbelievably self-interested. And maybe he's got, maybe
somehow,
not. Maybe not. But he seems so narcissistic and so self-interested. I could not imagine him intentionally, like, throwing the game. He's involved. He's also very invested in the game. And that would be throwing the game, so I don't know what is playing. I don't know.
Is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook, and that's how it all played out.
Okay, now the BTB. Yep.
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
All right, complete.
Wait, no, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah.
Haka, are you arguing in this favor? Come on.
You need evidence.
Come on.
You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Haka, come on, man. Hey, evidence already goes up early in the trial. All I have to do is check that one item of his and everything will become clear. Okay. Oh, God. BRB BTW. Okay. Fever time. Oh, my God. Why? Okay, push the RB button. Fever time will activate. The tempo will be forced to its max. Okay. Even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can mash the buttons to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. Okay, only lost your focus gauge. Okay. Only you guys touch battle time. Okay, it also prepares something called Nega Time. Well, after it's Nega Time, during multi-time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons rhythm. Oh, God. Okay. If you're at Fever Time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure I think what happened. I don't know what I was worried about. Okay, gentle, won't activate Evil Time. All right. Moment of truth. Against Taka? Interesting.
Show me some evidence.
Okay, what do I have to do again? I forgot how to do it. So lock on. Yep, okay. Did we have to lock on the beat too? Oh, fascinating. Okay. Reload the bullets? Is this... Oh my god. Yes, it is. In Danganronpa, this is how you tutorialize. Okay.
You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence!
What's
You're
happening?
Wrong. I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it.
Sorry, that broke my brain. I had no idea what I was doing. I lost the beat. I think the second one wasn't, like, the tempo up wasn't beat mapped well. I didn't feel like the beat at all. I got very confused. I couldn't tell what beat I was listening for. If it was just, like, the same one as before but slightly faster, that confused. I don't know. It didn't correspond to the music to me.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case,
how did he know
we
about
can just
that,
check
though?
each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
No, Mondo. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. All right. Bro, you committed murder, bro? Bro, you couldn't have committed murder.
No choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give
Mondo
up.
L.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold
No,
on!
Taka.
No waiting. No holding on. Time for the
Worse than
moment we've
DR2. I
all been
can't
waiting
believe this.
for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I wonder who we're electing this time. Monokuma votes. Oh, everybody's still in there. Oh god, what is the punishment going to be? Maybe biker gang themed, maybe?
What?
We all voted for Taka, yeah. This time I was like, you got it right again! Yes, it is so. The Black and the Killed hero of Fujisaki was Mondo Owada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. Treading very close to the danger, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why'd you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence a little bit. Allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
Story of the murder this time is a sad story of... Actually. He really doesn't really want to hear it. You can hit the B button to fast forward the text. Now I'm confused. For whose sake? Ours or Mondo's? Okay, so fascinating. Okay. Trepidation. Be so advised. I don't know what the writing's going to say now. But, so I'm just going into this with some trepidation. Also, Monokuma's saying this. We don't trust. But also, maybe clarity? We'll find out. Their name was Chihiro Fujisaki. They had an extreme inferiority complex regarding their own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. Heard things like that as long as they could remember, and they couldn't overcome their weakness. On the contrary, they tried to hide and bury themselves further and further into that weakness, take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. They had chosen that as their way out. Now, no one will be able to say anything about it even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly they wrap themselves up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of them and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. Wait, what? Shell? Okay. Yeah. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had become here at the school, they had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, in course, included Chihiro's, which I was more than willing to divulge. Yes.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the arm would fall away. Without a doubt, those around them would torture them even more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust in such a dilemma must have sent them spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet,
I'm sorry. But...
maybe we can talk about it later. After I try best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Unknowingly, they use the threat of discovery to motivate themselves to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I want to accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. That fraud in front of their mind, they resolve to take immediate action. And so, that day they began the commitment to begin exercising, prepared to retrain their mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance they would get at it.
Hey,
When they decided to exercise and they thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But they wanted to tell the person the secret first and ask them to help them from there. The person they went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. That biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if they confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So they went and asked Mondo to help them become strong. That was their aspiration, and they thought they could only, with Mondo's support, would they be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls'?
Indeed.
That's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that the corrupt what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between them that he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because
if everyone knew they'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect their identity, so try to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing their handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I understand. I mean, you guys trust each other, right? So why? Why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. Possibly having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, a secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums in River Valley Crossing Country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, he'd grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, oh my god, Diamond. Oh my god. I'm furious. His younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. He's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers about the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. It's great. There it is. There it is. During the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Mom, you didn't even kill your brother. You were taking responsibility for it. He saved your life. Lying in his kid brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up, sorry. We got plenty of runway here. You knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. That's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened to everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. Boo. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team is made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. Yeah, Isekai, that's fine. Strong. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on a secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all had been for nothing. So that's why. Mondo? After I saw Monokuma hat on me, my head filled up with the kind of fuzzy uneasiness and it just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I just didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, the fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, they told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies, I'm weak, and I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words like a knife in my gut. I felt like they were exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong I can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should be able to just tell everyone my secret.
Huh?
Huh? I was jealous. Jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness and try to overcome it. It's the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and then ruin everything?
What's wrong?
No.
Damn you!
Why'd you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. Bonk. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, they were lying on my feet covered in blood, and I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He had that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his and turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't get free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay. I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now.
That's
well
what I
now.
promised you, right? The black and the destroyers of peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader. And this is probably going to be disturbing, and you know, you're watching Danganronpa, so you know that, but just to warn y'all.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
The first one was fairly gnarly. It wasn't like, you know, hyper gory, but it was, you know, disturbing. I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh god. Then be so advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh god. Oh my god. The Cage of Death. Oh, I thought that music last time was made to coincide with the baseball pitching machine revving up. Okay, that was way less gnarly than the prior one. Change my mind. I was just saying it wasn't disturbing too. I was like, nah, it's fine. Because like you just sort of went around in circles, and there's like, you know, the first one was like not, you know, gory or hyper graphic, but it was very like, oh, that's a bad way to go. This one you just went around in circles and got zapped. And I was like, okay, you know, that's not pleasant, but he got zapped and then just see ya. The butter? He got turned into butter. Oh! Apparently Toko has reverted, by the way. Fascinating. I was kind of hoping we just had Genocide Jill around the rest of the game. That would have been way funnier. It can't be. No. We use only free-range butter from butter elementals at the diner. It's gently harvested like sheep wool. Y'all ever seen a butter elemental? You have to shave the butter off, or it's like sheep's wool. You don't want it. So the diner only uses butter elemental butter. So don't worry about that. Yeah, you gotta reform it afterward, but the butter elementals have to have it done, or it's very bad for them. So it's a win-win. Yeah, no, that's messed up. Yeah, not throwing the butter. That's messed up. Oh, there's lore. Oh, interesting. Folklore story of a tiger ring tree turning to butter. I know, but like, look, I'm not gonna have the diner slandered like this, okay? We don't serve Mondo butter. I don't even know what Mondo butter is. I've never even heard of this before. How would we get that much butter anyway? Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. I don't know if I want to do a bunch of takes. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taco's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again, but he, of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya?
What is this?
Completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. This game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except
However,
that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm and emotionless like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't really care. Please continue. The night grew late. I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. Yeah, so I was just gonna say, this is, well, Toko/Genocide Jill was also here. Between the two of them, we have our Joker candidates. Yeah, I thought it would make the game more interesting. Okay, I retract all of my statements of Byakuya. No, he is. Well, no, he retains his like second tier scary level. Because like now I know he's willing to do something insane for no reason. I mean, that's like worse than him being calculated. I still think Celeste is the most likely to get away with it. Right? That's the thing. The one who was most likely, the one who's most likely to do it on account of like careful calculation is definitely going to be Celeste still. Byakuya is the most likely to succeed on account of complete randomness now. He may be willing to do something like completely for no reason, which is that scary in its own way. What? I mean, you actually witnessed the murder. And now having Jill around is amazing. That's also true. I think she's also tiered. I have her also on tier 2 because if she's not reasonable detective lady, she can get away with anything. Because she's been very committed to the bit. And we trust her because she's committed to the bit very hard. So if it is in fact a bit and not how she just acts, then oh my god. She is very, very smart, very knowledgeable, very attentive to detail, and can be very scary. My bet is still that she has infiltrated the game intentionally. That is still my read on her. I think she is an outside force of some kind, like some manner of spy or special agents sent in to infiltrate the game, but I'm not confident.
Well...
So you're saying you knew the culprit in the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hands. I thought it would liven things up. You'd know what to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But
damn, man, if you hadn't figured out who you really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, it would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Yeah, Monokuma must be over the moon, but this guy, of course. Byakuya turned to look me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once you decided to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
Yeah, so that's bad. Okay, so this happened last time too. So Kyoko was using the trials as an opportunity to get info.
What's this?
I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? Yeah. My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment. Oh, new song. No. New riff on the song? The piano's new. Is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? So my theory before was that this is probably being broadcast to at least a small audience, if not a very large audience. Mean.
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief. I don't understand that to pick apart every little stupid thing. Huh, whatever, doesn't matter. Then I'm gonna stand as the victor, and everything will be revealed to me. Oh, the noble son of a noble family. Truly you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I've never stooped to the level of a childish criminal like you. Says the guy who just, like, strung up a corpse for fun. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
Which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
So cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled all across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the master wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
Huh?
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
What?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Wait, what's going on right now? Hold on.
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Okay. Dropping my theory now. This is Junko. This is, okay, which is in part unfair. That's in part unfair, because I know she's popular. I am not confident, but I'm so positive she's popular. Don't tell me. Nobody tell me anything. So that is with information, right? The meta information that Junko's popular. I'm so confident of that. Not confident, I've not looked anything up. Just from existing in the gaming space. Twin Tails, bear pin on her hat. That's most of it. Fashion model. This is true. I'm just saying. So, we saw her corpse, but we also know that Monokuma has like 70 bodies and can produce robotic bodies at will, seemingly. I don't know. I don't want to know. This is a prediction. It could be very wrong. Rabbit, I'm sorry. Thank you. So again, I don't want to know. Nobody. Oh yeah, he can do that. That's weird. So anyway, all I'm saying is, it's not, with that meta information, I could be just clinging on to the fact that I think it's weird they killed Junko this early. Because she got, like, no development. Yes, also popular. I'm pretty sure I've seen Sayaka around as well. Like, it's entirely possible that Junko is just a design people like. That's entirely possible. But she's the only one who Monokuma killed so far. That's all I'm saying. And that with this meta information in my head, I'm like, you know, maybe she's not dead. I could be overreaching. This could be somebody else. What if it's Sayaka?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie.
Yes, behold a man, featherless biped.
Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to
Yeah,
make things
I mean,
more
that's kind of the case,
exciting
Fire.
from
Like,
now on,
he definitely
okay?
is like an automaton of some kind. We don't know if he's being piloted or if he is just like an AI or what, but like this is definitely the Monokuma, like actual Monokumas are all robots. Because my understanding is that there are a lot of Monokumas. There could be something there, for sure. And as I'm saying, it could be piloted remotely, locally. Unlikely locally because of all the various teleporting and stuff. And exploding. The one exploded, remember. I think unlikely. That could have just been a drone, though, I guess. So it could be a main body. I don't know.
That's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh.
Sans' friend?
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Waffles, yeah. Oh, this made things really wild. Okay, again, don't tell me anything. I don't want to know. I'm suddenly deeply fascinated. This made things very complicated. It could be Kyoko, yeah. I think that would also explain Kyoko. Kyoko, I think that's probably either. It could be Sayaka. I think unlikely. Yeah. If you genuinely haven't played before, then especially when I'm opening the floor to speculation. Yeah. It's tough because I don't know who knows what. No, totally fair. Okay. Well then. All right. It is getting late. Unless this is sniff. Sniff.
I know I should...
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. We are done in that case. All right. Wow. I got it going, but holy cow. What a segment. Some stuff. I think if we're taking Monokuma's story at face value, the thematics of the segment, again, we could read this in many different ways. I think the intended reading is like a toxic masculinity kind of situation. Both Chihiro and Mondo were affected by the expectations of them, ostensibly as dudes, and that they took that in very different directions, and that this sort of, and I think that they handled that take well. Obviously, we could read Chihiro very differently. If we did that, then all of the sort of the pronoun usage and everything else gets very oh, what were you guys doing here? But, and also and part of the confounding factor there is how common very bad takes on this type of trope are in visual novels. And so yeah, so I think that that's a read that is very consistent with the whole text as we're reading it right now. Yeah, exactly. Like Chihiro being willing to sort of open up about this. Yeah. And I mean, it's not ancient history, and we can still, call the game out if it's for being shitty, if it's being shitty. And it's in a world and a genre, really, and a time period. Alice doesn't handle stuff great in the same time period, right? We know that much. I think, again, taking this at face value, I think all that is presented in a way that I think is very plausible. It's just tough because we don't have Chihiro to say this on their own terms. You know what I mean? I think that's the hard part. I think that, yeah, exactly. No faith in Atlas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think expectations-wise, I was expecting something very different regarding gender presentation, and what they did, I think, from my perspective, seems fairly reasonable. Yeah, and that's cool. I just mean to say, I don't know the authors, and there could be other people on the staff and translators and everything, right? So there's lots of ways to spin things. The P4, yeah, and P4's got some stuff in it. We're not want to go through we're not going through that right now, but there's discourse to be out of P4. So again, I don't want to get too lost in the weeds here. I think that for me, right now, that take about sort of again the thematics of this chapter just being broadly about toxic masculinity is sort of a fairly coherent read of the whole thing. Again, there's many readings. I'm not saying that's the only reading, and that please feel free to have whatever take you have. That's probably, I think, a reasonable one. Yeah, for sure. And Atlas certainly handled that one in a way, especially at the end. They almost got there, snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. But yeah, I think that's something interesting. Again, I think the most awkward part here is that we did all of Chihiro's character development post-mortem, which means we don't have their perspective, which means the most important sort of like read on character self-expression is not there, and we have to just deal with hearsay. So that's one thing. I think, again, like I said, I think that that moment between Chihiro and Mondo in the locker room, that was really powerful in terms of the thematics there. Like that whole moment of like, what is the meaning of strength to these two people who have been, you know, pummeled with societal expectations? Like, what is the meaning of strength to them? And I think that's really sweet. It's a really cool thing to do, and they handled that, I think, very well. So that's really cool. And also, I had, like, you know, also worries about the way the murder was going to go down, and they could have and low bar, they could have handled that way worse. And I think the way that happened is, you know, doesn't lean into the sort of like gender dynamics. I think is, you know, it was just like a Mondo was caught up in his own anxiety and just snapped, which is not what I was expecting to happen. I got very nervous. I was like, oh please, and that didn't happen, so that's good. So yeah, again, I don't want to prolong the discourse. I'm sure there's 10 years of this discourse about Chihiro. I'm sure there's plenty of discourse online. So that's all I've got to say there, just because, you know, it was you know, it was a tricky one to wade through, and I want to make sure that yeah, for sure. Like if we're taking that scene as true and not just Monokuma embellishing, then yeah, then for sure. I think yeah, and you know, like I said, we get, you know, we're through the other side. I think overall much better than I was expecting, but plenty of ways to read it, and plenty of ways to read it in a way that is not as compassionate as I just did, which is, I think, entirely fair. So that's that. We're through the weeds though, and on to, so what to talk about next time real quick. The Joker. We are now living with the Joker. 2 of the Jokers, at least 2 of the Jokers, maybe more. 3 actually. 3 of the Jokers, because we have the mystery person too. But the person, and also the mystery person could be, you know, as Blue mentioned, could be Kyoko working with Monokuma in the thing. So wait, but oh, I'm just confused. What if that person's from a different game? Can you imagine that too? What if there's like a prior game? You know, what if somebody made it through a prior game and then like their prize was to get into the next game with knowledge? Oh, man. Yeah. Fascinating. Okay, anyway, that's what I got for tonight. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for being here. It's been a long one, so hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, that's entirely fair. And that's what I figured, yeah. And again, I just want to make sure I'm just treating this all with as much respect as possible, especially from my position here. So, you know, that's good. I'm glad we are out of the weeds on the most character discourse topics. Of course, we'll have much other discourse regarding Jokerification. But that's a different thing entirely, and I have less trepidation probably around that. But yeah, I want to make sure we treat this with as much respect as possible, especially because we're in this genre, in this time period. Where anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed this very long VOD. Playlist above for more Danganronpa. Subscribe below for more content from me. Like the video if you want to help out the algorithm. Come by the stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV. Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we will see you soon. Come by and join us live. Until next time, peace.